This is Mike Brady, and this is Malawi, the warm heart of Africa, and one of the poorest countries in the world. This is the road from Blantyre to Mulanje, in the south of the country, a region known for its tea plantations, and Mulanje Massif, with Sapitwa, the highest peak in Central Africa. This is the road to Mbewa village and Likabula Forestry Reserve, where there are chalets and camping, and the start of some of the trails climbing up Mulanje Mountain. It is also the home of the Mulanje Mountain Porters Race. I organised the first race in 1996. I was able to return in 2009 for the 13th edition. Other people have taken it on, and it has grown from the 33 runners who participated the first time to over 300 in 2009. The course covers 25 kilometres, up one side of the Likabula Valley and down the other. The winners complete the course in a little over 2 hours. I was a guest of honour and made a speech alongside the Deputy Minister for Tourism, who explained that the race is being promoted as part of their tourism strategy. I was also interviewed for the national television news. It was great to see how a simple idea can catch the imagination and take off. After I left Malawi, I kept in contact with friends in Mbewa village and tried to help them out with income generating ideas. For the Porters Race we launched Mbewa Coffee and Cake, selling banana cake and scones and drinks to the tourists. It was a great success and could be the start of something much more ambitious. I first came to Malawi in 1992 as a science teacher at Mulanje Secondary School. Every morning I saw the mountain as I walked up to work. One day I took a picture from the edge of it, looking down on the school, and found it still there in the staff room 13 years later. After the secondary school, I worked as the hospital maintenance supervisor for Cholo district for a further 2 years. On this visit I met up with Mr. Kaliwa and some of the members of my maintenance team. We looked at some of our old projects, such as the borehole that feeds water tanks. There's now a new district hospital, and the nutrition shelter that I designed, found funding for, and had built is now looking for a new role. I had the maintenance team build a kitchen alongside the nutrition shelter. Staff liked the nutrition shelter so much they wouldn't build fires in it. Designing, building and maintaining staff houses was another one of my responsibilities. Throughout my time I was a frequent visitor to Mbewa village and Mulanje, and they have a special place in my heart. This shows Likabula Valley with the route of the Porters Race up the far side. It comes back across the rock slab where I am standing. There are more leisurely routes, such as to the waterfall, 45 minutes from the Likabula Forestry Office. Some villagers gain some income acting as guides or porters, or making carvings for the tourists. Some, such as these girls, collect bundles of firewood on a Saturday. Each bundle will sell for £1 or £2 on the market, giving them a little cash, perhaps used towards their secondary school fees. I organised the first Porters Race with a porter called Francis Atia. We were reunited 13 years later. We had kept in contact while I was away, and Francis had set up a village committee for overseeing the projects they put together, using small sums of money I sent, with the help of family and friends, from the UK. Coming back, it was great to have a tour around the village with the chief and some members of the committee to see how they'd been getting on. Projects include raising chickens, fish farming, and an amazing maize irrigation scheme. Here, Jones, the agricultural advisor hired by the project, explains how they have dammed the river for the irrigation scheme. They have plans for a more efficient sluice once they have raised money for cement. The water flows through channels into the village. It is guided into several maize fields that have been prepared into beds by a farmers' club, organised by Jones. Each member of the club has 4 rows of beds to grow maize as a cash crop before the main rains, when they grow maize for food.
This farmer, after finishing, will go and call for another farmer. After finishing that, we'll go and call for another farmer up to the whole day.
Once a week, they allow the water to run into the beds. This maize will be sold as corn on the cob. Some of the money raised will pay for the fertiliser loaned by the project committee. I invited 3 members of the committee to see the Fisherman's Rest tea rooms outside Blantyre. Perhaps the Mbewa coffee and cake stall could grow into something like this one day. But the priority of the committee, which is equally split between men and women and has been elected by the villagers, is for a maize mill. So we also went to see the milling equipment they need a loan to buy. They've already built a pit latrine on land donated by a villager for the mill, and a committee member is donating the bricks needed. The villagers are into self-help. This is a choir from the Presbyterian Church, practicing before going off to give a concert. They sell CDs to help raise money for their events, and are saving for musical instruments. Income from the maize mill will be used for other projects, and for helping the many orphans in the village with school fees and other expenses. You can become a partner by making a loan or a donation. While I was visiting, we officially registered the project and set up a bank account. To play a part in this development story, go to the website www.maravilla.co.uk/Mbewa.